Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us to the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the beginning. My name is Babulaj. I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is Social and Assessment International Educational and Training Institute. In last years, we already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and global accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus profession and 4,500 plus organization. The Institute of Global Professional is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve student community resource providing holistic social and education. We believe that it is not effective to increase one skill just by offering formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate professional generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, internationally to student job seeker, job holder, and also for learners the respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institute from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our mission, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminars, courses, or we must empower you to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become holistic people. We implement our training program web and offline online courses for you to learn by professional trainer, speaker, and coaches. Our session are conducted by global new professionals. To develop all kind of youth and to promote the education of developers and personal screening knowledge is crucial for the state of global professionals. We believe that knowledge is level, light, and vision. So we try to answer the needs of today's generation and we start with research and practice method. We must have a genuine concept for the learner represent more diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. As a member are committed to offering effective display service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind you from a share tag and mention it in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind you from a share tag and mention it in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support. We already completed 2,421 breakers successfully. Moving to the next, with your continuous support. We already completed 2,421 breakers successfully. The IGP speaker participant and will be shared. At this moment, is a very important message for you all. We change and design our website www.edurgp.com. On this website, you will surprise for everyone. Hopefully, you benefited. We already launched our new website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy yourself. So, create an account for once with profile information. Note that with profile information, you will enjoy our feature with mismatch that you cannot do anything here. From now, you have to participate in live quiz competition on our website. We replace slide. You have to join briefly on our website. Now I can check all of our previous webinars with verified certificate. Now it's easier and time available because after the session we will not provide any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam for that. If you pass, you will receive a certificate, otherwise none. But you can take part in an exam unlimited till you pass. If for an IGP certificate, you can download all your previous certificate, certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download certificate of gratitude. If you are an online life quiz competition winner, you can download certificate of participation. If you are selected for lifetime membership, then you can download certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participate in any award function which organized by support with the IGP, you can download it also. You can strictly download 18 days certificate from our website using the link. Certificate of Global Professional Membership, Certificate of Global Inclusion in the Pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge, Certificate of Social Activities in the Pandemic, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2020, 2021, and 2022, Certificate of Participation Wellness Series 1, Authentic Assessment in Teaching Learning, Certificate of Participation Wellness Series 2. Teaching with your foreign language and assessment, certificate of participation, wellness history, digital classroom management tools, certificate of participation, wellness series for the new training education, certificate of participation, wellness series 5, office social leadership and management skills, certificate of participation, wellness series 6, general innovation in mathematics education, certificate of participation, wellness series 7, research comprehension approach, certificate of participation, wellness series 8, art in using a spatial program in the art, certificate of participation, wellness series 9, 21st century Signature certificate of IGP corporate ambassador, certificate of IGP campus ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now, you can participate in 1,000% national level quiz with verified certificate. Teaching tips for teacher, health tips for parents, and tips for education tools for teacher. You can join many participants with for free and many more. There are IGP well wishers we promise progress. If a lack of technical problem We are late running on time. This is an opportunity to collect the previous condition to solve our issue from our website. And I can enroll this class on everything. You can check with you for all admin details. It's a portal and you should check out partner pages on our website. Should like us to be benefited. Thank you, but note that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy action. At present, I'm going to start 2422 webinar whose name is Smart After Lighting Tool. And today's speaker's name is Dr. Shobit Ganguly. He's from University Stress Speaker. So, Master Ability will be developing Assistant Professor Department of Electrical and Instrument Engineering, Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. Can
Yes,
I
the
start?
stage is you. You can start your presentation.
Thank you. So, once again, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my dear participants of IGP. We are here to present today on a very beautiful topic, which might you might have seen in almost your cities, or it is about to be installed. And with the concept of smart cities and smart villages, these are an integral part of any of the smart infrastructure. So we'll be talking about on smart outdoor lighting pole today. Myself, Dr. Shovik Ganguly, I am serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Electrical and Instrumentation Engineering at Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology, Patiala. So we are here to introduce you with the topic. We'll tell about what are the present challenges, what are the different works related to smart outdoor lighting pole, because there are several aspects which we'll be covering in my discussion. Apart from that, we will be taking a few case studies, some genuine case studies, which where some European cities or some Latin American countries, they are already installing these type of lighting poles, even in the Asian countries as well. So we'll be discussing some of the potential outcomes of uh, these cases, or these cities, what they are planned for, because there are several purposes. The basic purpose is to provide light, but there are several purposes. Urban safety can be issue. We can integrate it with renewable energy sources. We can put it through charging our mobiles or smartphones as well. So there are manifold purposes for which these smart outdoor lighting poles may be used, so that we can one by one take up those cases and discuss about it as well. So basically, the need of the hour is we are going for a rapid urbanization. As cities are expanding, or as cities are being converted into smart cities, or villages are converted into smart villages, the demand is there for producing some sustainable and efficient infrastructure. So one of the key components in any urban infrastructure is its lighting system. When we are talking about some children parks, when we are talking about some parking lots or something of that sort, we are always into some outdoor lighting. So which must be facilitating our transportation system as well as provide an aesthetic view of the urbanic environment or urban environment. So lighting systems, as we have already been seeing over the years, or what we are calling as the traditional lighting system, they are based on simple, energy intensive, and they are requiring frequent maintenance sometimes, and sometimes they are having some limited functionality apart from illumination. So illumination was a basic purpose of the traditional lighting system that we used to have in our streets. So let us now move into the concept that cities are being widely increasing, and they are gradually adapting smart systems, or smart city initiatives are taking place in different parts of the world as well. So smart lighting system are simply the replacement for this traditional lighting system to this urban infrastructure as well. So we are basically integrating a wide range of technologies which primarily involves IoT or Internet of Things, which involves some sensors, which involves some artificial intelligence as well, and there may be some integration of renewable energy sources. So basically, they are serving different purposes. We will talk about, and we will also take up certain case studies as well, where we will discuss case by case what was the background and what was the problem associated for which a solution was required, and how was the solution being generated, and what other technologies being involved uh, in those generations. And apart from that, we will talk about the public safety. Some may be using it for energy consumption, some may be using it for charging our smartphones or something of that sort. So several purposes may be different, but all are heading towards development of some smart feature which involves the connectivity with Internet of Things or AI, and even some sensors may be associated, and linking it with sustainability development goals. We can also think of renewable energy integration as well. So, coming to the purpose, the core function initially was to provide some lighting, but now it is intelligent illumination, which involves some real-time data as well, such as motion detection, or sometimes we need to observe the traffic patterns as well. Sometimes we need to observe the ambient light levels, because previous case we used to have in the daytime, no light in the daytime, and but with the use of this intelligent uh, I should say intelligent and smart outdoor lighting system, we can have it if there is a cloudy weather or something of that sort, so we can also illuminate the lights as per the need. So ambient light levels are also crucial in determining that when to switch on or when to switch off the light, so it is taking place completely automated. So, when we are thinking about increasing our energy efficiency as well, when we want to make our public spaces well lit, when it is whenever it is needed, and when it is not needed, it will be automatically being shut down. So that was a purpose. Even the use of LED technology in the smart poles are also taking place, which will also reduce the energy consumption that is taking place, apart from the sodium lamps or the fluorescent lamps that are normally being used in our traditional lighting systems. Apart from that, when we want to integrate it with solar or wind or something of that sort, we are trying to make it self-sustaining lighting systems. So reliance is less reliance will be on the power grid, and contributing to the systems or cities sustainability goals as well. So what it provides beyond lighting. So when we are talking about this traditional lighting systems, we always talk about only lighting, but when we are introducing the concept of smart poles or smart outdoor lighting systems, we are talking or we are trying to use it as a multifunctional device. So normally they are equipped with some sensors which can detect the noise that is taking place. We can detect, we can also have sensors for air quality monitoring. We can also have it making use of it in for weather forecasting as well. uh, Apart from that, they can also act as a hub for your public wi-fi networks. So citizens passing by or while on the go, they can make use of the internet in its vicinity. There can be some surveillance cameras being attached to it to look after the public security or something of that sort. So CCTV cameras definitely are an integral can be an integral part of the smart lighting poles. And we can get information about the urban traffic. We can get the pedestrian movement density of the road, environmental conditions, or what not we can have for the city planners as well as the policymakers to optimize your urban development or smart city infrastructure, add-ons to the smart city infrastructure as well. When we are talking about smart poles, there has to be some energy which has to be integrated with renewables. Solar is the most abundant, and if the location is windy, If it's a coastal area where we are installing them, we can also plan for a wind energy for to be integrated with the smart intelligent lighting systems. So there are two, especially the first one is more useful, that is SDG 7, which offers affordable and clean energy as well. And apart from that, when we are trying to develop a smart city concept or a smart infrastructure concept, so we can go for SDG 11, which uh, accounts for the sustainable cities and the communities. So obviously, when we are integrating it with renewable energy systems, obviously we are expecting that we are reducing the energy consumption and CO2 emissions as well. And we can also have the environmental impact assessment, which we'll be talking about also at later point of time. So that with the growing population and with expanding urban areas, this can be a very good solution, a very good replacement to the traditional lighting systems, and many countries have already been installing it. I'll take up 7 or 8 test cases, but there can be many which can be. We require to have the global adoption for these type of technologies, and various cities are already using it. Say, for example, Los Angeles and Barcelona, they have been pioneer for this large scale development of the smart lighting deployments, and uh, where they have started up already in their cities, in their respective countries as well, concept of a smart cities infrastructure, and due to which they have been accepting it. So it has to be the global adoption. That means it has to be the technology has to be globally adapted. So wherever and whichever part of the world you are, you must be using it with ease. So let me move on to the IoT part of the Internet of Things part. That is when we are integrating our lighting systems or our lighting poles with Internet of Things, we are allowing for a real-time communication. We are allowing for real-time control as well as real-time data collection, and transforming those static light systems into a dynamic system. So there are certain areas which we'll talk about, and we find the use of Zigbee and LoRaWAN. LoRa is another important communication network, which we can use for creating some wireless communication framework for the smart lighting poles. And we are finding that LoRa is having a superior coverage. It has a long distance, and it has a better power efficiency as well. Uh, Making it particularly suitable for the large scale purpose as well. And even we find the use of a narrowband IoT also, and 5G, inclusion of 5G in different communication systems involving outdoor lighting systems as well. So these type of technologies are already coming up in the research level, and they are being experimented on the respective smart cities as well. We also find that people have worked on upon the energy efficiency part and the LED lighting systems, and there are some studies which shows that energy savings will be more as compared to with switching from traditional high intensity discharge lamps to the LED based lamps, and uh, uh, energy consumption can drastically reduce by about almost 70%. So we can have a better efficiency. We can go for the energy optimization part, and using some sensor based motion detection, we can go for this energy optimization part as well. So it is basically a dynamic lighting level, and based on some pedestrian and vehicular activities that are taking place, and we can ensure that around 50 to 20% energy savings can be done by switching out off, by automating the lighting system. And with the use of LED systems, we can reduce the energy consumption to almost 50 to 70%. So this is another important aspect. We can have some solar panels being connected to it. If it's a windy area, we can also connect a wind turbine associated. More or less it is already being supplied of it from the power grid. So use of hybrid energy systems can be also be thought of, and there are some research findings also that are going in place, and trying to make it self-sustaining in certain regions with sufficient wind and solar resources being available, and reducing the dependence on the grid and lowering your CO2 emissions as well. We are also having some research areas going on for AI and predictive maintenance. We are having researchers working on reducing the maintenance cost, or improving the system reliability as well. So, machine learning predictive maintenance model has been developed, and that has installed some. Issued some utilize some sensor data as well from the to predict beforehand the potential failures of these lighting systems. So this is another good work we can make use of it to in case of any power failure and electrical faults, or any LED degradation taking place, any communication breakdown that may take place. So almost 92% accuracy has been achieved in these aspects for predictive maintenance. Or if you can previously get to know that whether there will be the degradation of the LED, or degradation of whether there will be an electrical fault appearing for, or things, and we can go for a convolution neural network, or CNN, which we are popularly termed as, and even the RNNs are also being installed, and we can use a huge volume of sensor data in real time, and making our any automatically detect any anomalies in the system, or trigger any maintenance alerts are there or not, that can also be seen. So these type of things are already in place, and we are also having some environmental monitoring and multifunctionality. So uh, we are making our smart ports multifunctional by making use of sensors, by making use some noise sensors, or CCTV cameras, or even our smart ports may enable to collect some real-time data on the pollution level, as well as a noise level of the city or the neighboring areas, and give us some informed decisions on urban planning and health interventions as well. So these type of works have been carried out in our capital city in New Delhi. So apart from that, we can think about deployment of the smart poles with the built-in 5G small cells that are taking place in Seoul, South Korea, and they are trying to extend their communication infrastructure without requiring some additional towers as well. So these type of things are already taking place, and it is already in place, due to which we have taken out today some of the case studies where we can discuss it. Some take it in the form of urban safety, where you may include that smart posts are having some built-in cameras, or the motion sensors are being installed, and they are reporting at least some crime level, or at least 25% reduction in the crime rates where they are installed. So definitely, if you are doing any crime, if you are overtaking a car, or if you are moving in high speed, that can also be detected, and that can also be taken into account, and accordingly some legal actions may be taken against that person. So these type of things are already coming up, and we have in Mumbai also, in our country, in India, we are getting some emergency response systems as well, integrate with integrated energy response systems, which allows your citizens to immediately report for any emergency, any accident, any fire, likewise. So these type of incidents are helping our citizens, or are building up a smart city infrastructure as well. Apart from that, there are some analysis which has been carried out with respect to the cost benefit, whether we are able to get the because initial cost of these smart poles will be high. So how much is the expected return of investment period, and it is expected to be achieved within 5 years. But at the same time, we are having a lesser amount of energy consumption. We are having a very reduced maintenance cost as well. And we are going in some places, say for example London, they are trying to become a carbon neutral city by the year 2050. So these type of researches, or these type of works are already taking place, and you may find that there are some research articles which I'm referring, which are of recent times, taking place in the last 5 years or so. And we can think of different cities like Lisbon, like London. They are trying to reduce the carbon CO2 emissions by approximately 500 metric tons, and which they are replacing with the help of the smart poles as well. So we are looking into the environmental aspects. We are looking into the multifunctional. We are looking for urban safety. So several types of purposes that are associated with smart poles are being exploited by the different researchers across the world. And some policies, some regulatory considerations are also taking place. Say for example, Singapore has already adapted, going in for the smart lighting systems. And apart from that, some clear policies that promote public private partnerships, or PPPs, that are streamlining for the licensing processes, and data for privacy regulations, because a huge amount of data is going to the server. Maybe they may be connected through cloud or something of that sort. So data privacy is another important issue that has to be associated when we are dealing with the real time data. Apart from that, in Amsterdam, there also deployment of data privacy and security concerns are also there while deploying the smart poles in Amsterdam as well. So these type of robust governance models need to be established, so that with respect to the privacy regulations or with respect to the valuable information that are should not be leaked out to the innocent person, to the mischievous persons, or to the criminals who are we can play with those privacy or information that are available. So some security concerns are obviously there. Some personal protection of personal data must be there. So these type of policy recommendations are also taking place when we are trying to install these type of smart poles, or smart outdoor poles, or smart outdoor lighting poles rather. We have to assess the site and what are the requirements. So we have to go in for the GIS analysis. We have to check the lighting conditions, and we have to also analyze the energy demand associated, and even the environmental aspect has to be assessed. So finally, we are moving into the installation part, that what infrastructural requirements are required for establishing such a smart lighting system or an intelligent lighting system. So first of all, when we are looking for the GIS analysis, we are basically going on for how much is the population density, or what is the extensive lighting coverage that is required for that particular area. Apart from that, if I have to monitor the traffic pattern, so we need to have a basic assessment about whether it is a very congested area or a busy area during the office hours or something of that sort. So we require intensive lighting, or whether we require some adaptability nature, depending upon the density of the traffic as well. Apart from that, what is the current or existing street lights that are there, and what are the utility poles that are associated, and whether some retrofitting can be taking place, or we have to go in for the entire replacement purpose, because sometimes retrofitting can be a good option if you are able to connect them with some sensors, or with some connect them through cloud, or your internet of things or something of that sort. Whether that retrofitting is possible, or whether we have to replace the vapor lamps by the LED technology or something of that sort. So if it is cost effective, we can go in for it. So these are the three things that we normally look into when we are going for the GIS analysis tools. Apart from that, we have to check the lighting and the energy demand. For which we require to assess the illumination level. We need to note down the ambient light sensing conditions. So daylight levels must be monitored, and some ambient light sensors must be there, which must dynamically adjust your lighting based on the daylight levels. And apart from that, some load calculations should be also be carried out when we are integrating for renewable energy sources, especially solar. Calculation of some average energy production must be there. We can make use of the Homer software also. This is one of the prime energy load calculations that can be carried out to model and also optimize your energy flows between generation, storage, as well as consumption as well. So these type of things can take place, and we can assess the lighting level, and we can assess the energy demand also. Apart from that, we need to have the light pollution, that whether we are uh, putting smart poles everywhere, so that our nocturnal wildlife is also disturbed or something of that sort, or whether we are using some direct lighting or smart dimming technologies, so as to reduce our light spillage. So these type of things has to be seen. So too much of light, or whatever local regulations are there, so we have to reduce the light pollution at a certain point of time, because some wildlife may be disturbed by that, and something of that sort. Apart from that, we can talk about CO2 assessment. So CO2 emission, how much we are able to reduce that, and life cycle assessment tools or software tools are there to take into account the emissions that are taking place from the manufacturing level, from the deployment point of view, from the operation, and even eventually decommissioning your complete setup which was existing. So these type of plannings are required when we are talking about infrastructure planning. We have to develop the architecture. We have to integrate it with IoT and communication networks. We have to check what type of communication networks we can put in, and what is the integration with cloud, and how to manage the huge amount of data that is taking place, that is coming into. So when we are talking about a smart pole architecture, we need to look at the LED lighting modules which are there. Of course, controlling those light features, we have to install them microcontrollers, or even some PLCs may be connected. Their interface with the sensors and other communication devices, and how these algorithms can be executed to adjust to the lights based on the inputs from the sensors. Of course, sensors will be a part. There will be motion sensors, there will be ambient light sensors as well, there will be air quality monitoring sensors as well, and noise sensors too. So these sensors, how they can communicate with the control unit, and how they can trigger some specific actions, such as dimming of the lights, or when there is no motion is detected or something of that sort. So these type of increasing the brightness when we have a huge traffic, or high density of traffic. Even the use of renewable energy systems, how we can integrate with solar power or photovoltaic panels, how we can make it in the form of a design, in the form of a solar tree or something of that concept, at the children's park, or at the parking lots, or even at the streets as well, so that these poles will be equipped with some energy storage systems as well. So we can also make use of the lithium ion batteries as well, which is the most frequently used storage systems, and during the period of lower solar energy, or during the level of low wind availability as well. When we are talking about low power wide area network, we are going for this LoRa, and it provides a very long range of the order of few kilometers, 10 to 15 kilometers. And this is having a low bandwidth communication as well. It is uh, uh, preferably being used to communicate with the central management system and exchange the center data, energy usage information as well, and some fault detection signals as well. Zigbee is, we'll be talking about several types of connections, and Zigbee is a very popular thing when we are talking about a short range and a low power consuming communication protocol that is densely used in urban areas. And we can hop from one pole to another pole, connecting it through a mesh network or something of that sort, and where low range communication may not be feasible. So we can also have the 5G networks, as you have already seen that the 5G network is already established in the different countries, and integrating it with 5G small cells, allowing them to serve as a part of the city's broader communication infrastructure. Another technology is coming up, which we call as narrow band IoT, which is enabling the low power devices to communicate over the 5G networks as well. And it is also providing reliable communication for the real-time monitoring as well as control purpose. So these are the requirements for the IoT and other communication networks with which we are involved. Apart from that, of course, it involves some cloud integration as well as data analytics, because we are constantly monitoring the density of traffic. So huge amount of data is being collected, analyzed, and there are some AI driven algorithms which are responsible for any predictive maintenance and energy optimization, and also the security monitoring part as well. So there are several softwares like Google Cloud IoT Core, and or even your Microsoft Azure IoT Hub. They are commonly being used for these data analytics platforms as well. Edge computing is another important aspect that is coming up, where we can get the real time information about the traffic conditions, about the pedestrian management, where edge computing may be deployed. So, in order to process or cluster of poles are there where some data need to be processed with minimum latency, we go in for, and faster response time, we go in for the edge computing devices. Now, next comes when we have deployed, what is the post-deployment maintenance, and how is the predictive maintenance being carried out. Although we had been talking about these type of activities, once again, it will be a sort of a recap about predictive maintenance. What are the different electric faults that we need to take into account? How to optimize our lighting and energy level as well. So, fault detection algorithms, they are already in place to monitor your sensor data and look for any deviations that are taking place with the normal operating conditions, such as certain drops in the power output, or any flickering of lights that is taking place, or any intermittent communication issues as well. Some advanced machine learning models, they are also being used to, and deep learning networks are also being used to process any historical data, and to detect some early signs of any system to be failing, and some timely interference or timely maintenance interventions are required or not. So these type of things are already in place. And when we talk about energy load balancing, we are dealing with the energy consumption data, and which is to be analyzed, and to optimize the distribution of energy between grid, whether it should be fed from grid or whether it should be fed from the renewable energy sources. So that balancing must be carried out, and we have to make use of an optimization technique as well. Apart from that, some dynamic lighting schedules can be often be employed. So for lighting schedules based on the changing traffic conditions, or based on some seasonal variations in the daylight conditions as well. So we can always think of dynamic lighting schedules as well. So now we'll slowly discuss into the different case studies. We'll discuss about 7 to 8 case studies where we can understand the conditions. So I think Barcelona, which is situated in Spain, which was the first city to adopt this smart city technology, and with this concept of focusing on both sustainability as well as reducing the energy consumption. Then they were looking for some sort of modernizing their aging street light infrastructure with some broader strategy. So that was a existing street light was really energy intensive. They are contributing to the expenses of cities electricity consumption or something of that sort. So these lighting systems were operated on fixed schedules, leading to wastage of energy, and during low traffic hours where they are not required, but still the light is being put on or something of that sort, or also in the residential areas or children's park or parking lots or something of that sort. So this was a basic problem due to which the solution was delivered. They were converting into the traditional street lights into LED based smart posts, and they used also motion sensors. They used the light sensors as well, and also some remote monitoring capabilities were also there. So they were mostly connected through LoRa communication module for long range communication, and integrated within the city's central part, so that platform is established for their monitoring and management as well. So it led to 60% reduction in the energy consumption, and of course maintenance cost reduced by almost 30%. And we are getting some improved lighting system also during high traffic hours, and motion activated lighting is also there in the residential areas as well. So nighttime accidents can be reduced, and these type of things can be there. Another who were also the forefront in adopting smart technologies to improve the urban services was Los Angeles in US. Their conventional street lights, they used the lighting technologies like high pressure sodium lamps or vapor lamps, and they used to be operated on static schedules, leading to unnecessary energy consumption during off peak hours as well. So they try to work upon and try to derive a solution using IoT enabled smart LED systems. So mostly they are using, previous case you have seen that there was LoRa communication being used, but they are using Los Angeles, they are using the Zigbee network to allow for real time communication and remote control. They are basically integrated with a cloud based platform, and which produces the city operators with real time data and on energy consumption, as well as motion sensors are also installed to adjust the lighting intensity based on the pedestrian movement and the vehicular movement as well. So cameras are added so that high crime areas can be ensured of security. So we found that during the case study that there was a 50%, almost 50% reduction in the electricity usage, almost 25% maintenance costs were reduced, lighting outages were reduced by 20%, and surveillance cameras they resulted or reduced the crime rate by almost 10%. So these are some of the challenges that are met by the city of Los Angeles in US. Apart from that, we talk about renewable energy system, and two countries we often refer. One is Denmark, the other is Germany. So Copenhagen is situated in Denmark. They look for they consider themselves as the leaders of sustainability, and they are setting goals to become carbon neutral by 2025. While London was thinking about going for carbon neutral city by 2050. So they are 25 years ahead, and they are thinking of putting an overall change in the public lighting system to reduce the carbon footprint and promote the use of renewable. So they are in a position to convert these cities, or convert these lighting poles integrated with a renewable energy system. So they provided a solution where LED based lights by use motion sensors were there. There were air quality monitors were there, and they were complementing the making use of solar energy generation, especially during winter months where daylight is very less. and IoT system was there for real-time energy management and monitoring and environmental conditions as well. So these type of features are added. So obviously 30% reduction in the carbon CO2 emissions that are taking place already, and you are integrating your solar and wind energy. The city has achieved energy independence in certain parts of the city, and air quality sensors provide valuable data on the pollution level as well, so that effective measures and environment policies can be taken into account. Another multi-function posts were used in Dubai, that's in western part of Asia, and they were having the concept of Smart Dubai initiative, and as a part of that initiative, the street lights were completely replaced, and we are having multifunctional poles with public Wi-Fi systems, illuminating through LEDs as well. CCTV cameras were also there to reduce the crime rates as well. So these type of features are added, and they are being connected through 5G network. So fast communication for real-time data transmission also. So these things are taking place very easily. So we found that a wide range of services, so we can make use of free public Wi-Fi system connectivity for both the tourists as well as the residents of the city. So use of solar also. So operational cost was reduced on the lighting system, leading to sustainability achievement of sustainability development goals. And we are trying to integrate cameras in the system, so that environmental sensors are being there, which allowed for a real-time monitoring on some of the key areas and contributing to the security of the city and fast emergency response times as well. Singapore also came up with the idea of smart lighting for traffic management. So they were most into. So you will see that every city has its own requirements, and based on the requirement they had, they installed accordingly the intelligent lighting system, or the smart lighting system, or smart outdoor poles, according to the requirement of the city. So they wanted to have include the traffic congestion and energy consumption as well, so that as a part of its smart city concept, Singapore explored the use of smart outdoor to support its growing population and huge urbanization that has taken place in the recent years. So they are into the city's urban management platform. So some dynamic adjustment are taking place of the traffic signals and the street lighting based on the real-time data that is being installed. So they are equipped with cameras, CCTV cameras are there, surveillance cameras are there. They are having motion sensors as well as vehicle detection systems as well. So this is a new part which is not being there in other cities, as we may find. And they are having the real-time monitoring of the traffic conditions as well. So optimizing the volume of traffic for further optimizing the energy use as well. So reduce traffic congestion that can take place through some alerts or during peak hours or something of that sort. So better visibility through the lighting, and obviously the traffic flow optimization is also there. Energy consumption is almost reduced by 40% with the use of course, the LED systems. Then the traditional lighting systems are there. Better illumination at intersections and the pedestrian crossings during high traffic hours are there. So safety, energy efficiency or energy consumption reduction, and of course the reduced traffic congestion based on the data availability and based on the information being passed on to the city drivers. Toronto is another. They are adapting. They are going for adaptive lighting system for the pedestrian safety. Whether they are having some vision zero strategy, due to which they are going for these traffic related fatalities or injuries or something of that sort, so that pedestrian safety is ensured as well, particularly in areas with heavy foot traffic. So this was a problem which was targeted, and due to which the city came up with some adaptive lighting system as well. So basically installed with motion sensors, because detected pedestrian movement has to be there, and dynamically it has to be adjusting the brightness of the lights as well. They are making use of the LoRa communication to connect between the poles with the city's central management system for real-time monitoring and control as well. And also the poles are connected to the pedestrian traffic signals, so that allowing the light to interact with the crossing signals and providing some enhanced illumination at the crosswalks as well. So obviously, when we talk about safety in terms of magnitude or in terms of quantification, it's 15% a reduction in the pedestrian-related accidents that are taking place, that was taking place previously, and energy consumption is almost reduced by 35%, so that uh, uh, even enhanced visibility at the crosswalks is also taking place for both pedestrians as well as the drivers as well. Paris is looking for energy efficiency part, and they are looking for the aesthetics of the thing. So, city's aesthetic appeal was provided by Paris through its smart lighting system, or reducing the energy consumption and improving the public safety in the public places, especially like parking lots, or even the shopping malls parking or something of that sort. So basically they are blending some cities historic architecture with led lights, so it motion sensors with ambient light sensors as well, to adjust dynamically the lighting levels based on the environmental conditions and foot traffic as well. So that these poles are designed for with aesthetic considerations, and they are making use of Zigbee wireless communication for real-time monitoring and control as well. They are claiming that their energy consumption with the use of smart LED poles, they have reduced by 40%. The dynamic lighting system helps the lighting pollution being reduced by 25%. And also there is aesthetic preservation, thinking about the modern technology with without compromising the visual integrity of the historic areas as well. So they are illuminating likewise. Another case study you can take about in Latin America, there is Buenos Aires, that is your Argentina, which is smart lighting systems for reducing the crime rate, because the crime rate in Latin American countries like Argentina is very high. So obviously we are looking for the safety concerns. So based on that, the urban renewal program, they looked into the crime rates, and they got an solution with the smart lighting system, which reduced the crime rate. So these type of lighting systems came with CCTV cameras. They are coming with motion sensors and real-time fault detection systems as well. So city's central security network is being connected, and we are having there over there real-time video surveillance as well, to take rapid actions against. They are making use of narrowband IoT communication to transmit the data on the lighting conditions and also the surveillance footage, and provide it back to the city control centers as well. So the smart poles, they are also featured on the solar panels, so that they are making use of renewable energy integration apart from the grid mechanism. So crime rate is almost reduced by 22%, and we are having the outage issues being regulated within 24 hours, and of course leading to energy savings. In terms of energy savings, they are having 20% reduction with the use of solar enabled smart poles. So this was a basic discussion that we thought that we should have with all you people, and maybe that some of the cities where you are from, they are already making use of the smart lighting poles. It's a matter of time that all will be illuminated through the use of integration of IoT, AI, and renewable energies as well. And these case studies, they give significant benefits to the smart poles, including cost savings. Some energy efficiency aspects are discussed. Some public safety issues are being improved. So even we have to take into account the cost. We have to take into account the data privacy issues, and maintenance is also a concern also. And when we are moving forward, and when we are looking for multifunctional aspects of smart poles, we are moving for larger smart city initiatives as well. And we are trying to take into account the 5G technology, AI driven analytics, and even blockchain for security purpose as well, and for the scope and functionality of the smart poles. And of course, in the digital age, we cannot deny the use of smart lighting systems for getting increased efficiency, for getting public safety, and also provide some advanced urban services as well. So that's all from my side. I hope that you have enjoyed my lecture, and if you have any queries, we can discuss also. But there are several technologies today which we have discussed, like LoRa. We have discussed about Zigbee mesh network. We have discussed about narrowband IoT, which is in integration with 5G technology that is taking place. And we are looked into several aspects, that all aspects or all features cannot be integrated on a smart pole or a smart outdoor lighting pole. So intelligent lighting system, you can think of, and promote several aspects related to these uh, issues. And we can always think of in our city, we can always think of in developing these type of smart city concepts. And especially in small cities, we can start initiating, because metro cities are mostly guided by smart city concepts. But small cities should not be too far away from the concept that they had been discussing. So thank you once again, IGP. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak on another technical topic, and a nice one, a nice initiative, and we can think of going for it. And we can think of uh, initiating our process. Those who are in the technical courses or technical part, they can initiate the process. They can talk to their respective municipal corporation or their city initiatives, and they can install the smart cities as well. They can go for the smart lighting systems as well. But mostly people in the living in the big cities, they are already having these side of things. But mostly the small cities are being affected these days. So you can think of these type of initiatives at your cities, at your place, and we can enjoy the benefits out of it. Thank you so much once again. Over to IGP for their question answer sessions as well.
Thank you so much, sir, for reading out your presentation, which can impact our knowledge seeker should have. For your presentation, I hope a knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for your presentation. Now, sir, it's time for a question answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable sir, please stay with us after a short video. We will back in our session part two, which is the question answer part. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Welcome back, sir. Welcome back to our participant. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. There are IGP knowledge seeker. Please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, they have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Sir, I think after one full presentation, our participant can understand the topic very clearly. There's no questions from our participants. So once again, thank you so much, sir, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topic. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new date. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Bye bye.
Honorable sir, before we move to the next, if you want to leave this studio, you can. Their IGP knowledge system of the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. For a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Their IGP knowledge system of the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. For a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition. Certification process visit www.edioigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website, find a running session and get enrolled. After watching opening part 1, move to the next line test passing mark 80%. If pass back to the course again to download the certificate, you can retake the course. Download the certificate in PDF or JPG. For your attention, I am going to share the procedure again. Visit www.edioigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website, find a running session and get enrolled. After watching opening part 1, move to the next line test passing mark 80%. If pass back to the course again to download the certificate, if it retake the course. Download the certificate in PDF or JPG. The IGP knowledge is from the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. We change a few quizzes for online quiz competition so that after life no one can participate. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Now time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Visit www.edioigp.com and sign up or sign in. Without this, you cannot join live quiz competition anymore. Browse the live quiz button and give a link in the session and join with a log or user account. Click join and wait for a few minutes for others to join and join on a live quiz competition. After the quiz, we will issue a for top 10 as previously, which you can find on official Facebook page and Instagram. After a short video, we will start.
social channels can reach millions more shoppers by connecting your store to Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and more. Head over to Shopify.
A party smart cookies does not like movement or outer activities. It purpose. Option B, the right answer 94% people are right. Our next question is the lax a 19 smart light bulb for both indoor and outdoor use? Is it yes or no? Option B, the right answer 53% people are right. Our next question is in planning an outdoor activity must have a specific the smart object. Is it true or false? Option 1 is the right answer 100% people are right. Our next question is what is the outright price of the outdoor camera in the smartphone? Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 2 is the right answer 56% people are right here. Our next question is installing a smart security system with outdoor camera in a large office building, which wireless IoT protocol is best? Is it option 1 or option 2?
Working with AWS Cloud is your job. The number is
Option 2 is the right answer 25% people are right. Our next question is treat like your home with this beaming Wi-Fi outdoor smart plugs feature. Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 2 is the right answer 71% people are right. Our last and final question is the smart hub outdoor unit must always be paired with a Telos Wi-Fi hub. Is it true or false? Option 1 is the right answer. 33% people are right here. Congratulations to our online quiz competition. Your top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalize the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on official Facebook page and Ministry of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition. Your top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalize the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on official Facebook page and Ministry of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes to finalize the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on official Facebook page and Ministry of Global Professional. At the end of our session, we can say properly video skill and stop learning. Cause that Mr. Speaking has been happiest to save. See you again and again.